Okay, so I came around to a lot of students in the process of that private, intimate setting. There were some things that we have to work on. Those things that we need to work on is body posture. Okay, everybody say body posture.
Body posture.
Bingo. So body posture is going to play a tremendous role with alignment. A lot of us have some issues when it comes to party. Because we wear purses as women, book bags, and we might have it hanging on one side of our shoulder a lot more than the other side. So kind of like our body posture is thrown off, our alignment. Also, we have a tendency to throw our hip to one side while we work in, from left or right. What I want you all to you all will have to practice these principles, which will allow you to be much more effective behind the chair and give you a little bit more longevity, okay? So when we're talking about body posture is that which is going to be aligning your legs. That means that your feet are lined up exactly with your shoulders, from your hip all the way down to your feet. It's aligned. Holding that abs in and also your glutes in is going to help to bring a right posture with squaring off your shoulders. Not hunching them over, but squaring them off. That helps with your body posture when you're creating straight lines. The moment that you all tilt, throw one hip to the side and you're going apart, immediately you're going to start creating a diagonal line. And you're going to see the manifestation in your work after it's complete. When you step back, you're going to be like, okay, those rollers look like they are on a slant or a diagonal. I still deal with that same issue today. So I have to continue to remind myself, this is what I need to do. Also, when it comes, and I'm going to demonstrate that as well, when it comes to your rollers and smoothing that hair, we're going to discuss that also. So those are going to be some key things that I want you all to tap into while we're in the process of talking about roller placement. And when we're dealing with roller placement, and as you all actually demonstrated with your mannequin, you all went in and demonstrate roller placement, which we did on base. Everybody say on base.
On base.
On base is full volume. Say full volume.
Full volume.
Rollers sit directly on the base. Elevated strand slightly in front of the base, which is a higher than 90 degree. Everybody say higher than 90 degree.
Higher than 90 degree.
We know that the head is a 360, and if we cut that in half, it's a 180. So therefore, we have to imagine utilizing degrees when we're in the processes of elevating hair or taking the hair, combing the hair away from us, which causes elevation, and therefore taking it from the natural distribution or where the hair falls. So in the process, we know that it creates full volume, whether if we're looking at, also it creates tension when we're working with extremely curly hair. So if you're doing extremely curly hair, you want to make sure that you have no stem from that roller placement that you are creating. Now when we talk about a half base, everybody say half base.
Half base.
It's going to produce medium volume. That roller sits half on and half off the base. Between the base, it holds the strand up from a 90 degree from the head. So you got to hold that hair 90 degree up from the head, which I'm going to demonstrate to you on this left side of the head. I'm going to get my product, create my little golf ball size, and distribute that product through the hair. After taking and distributing that product through the hair, a lot of times we'll have water bottles because we want to keep it diluted, which we spoke on when it pertained to whether if you're working with coarse hair or also if you're working with fine hair. You want to dilute the product when you're working with fine hair, and then you want to make sure that it's concentrated when you're working with more coarser hair. So I'm going to get ready to establish my boundary lines. I'm going to take my roller and I'm going to create my boundary line. I'm going to start here at the front of the hairline and allow that hole to line up with the front of that hairline, because we know what gives control. How much hair?
2 inches.
Everybody together with joy.
2 inches.
Yes, with 2 inches, that enthusiasm. So therefore, I'm going to line that comb up with the opposite end of that bent hole that's in a roller, and I'm going to take and part straight down. Everybody say straight down.
Straight down.
Then I'm going to go ahead on and clip this hair out the way, because I don't want it to interfere with the back section that I'm getting ready to create. Now, it almost looked like, hey, where am I supposed to start with this here roller? So we're going to first start off, and it's going to be a triangle. That triangle, that means that you're going to stand it up right exactly in the panel that it's in as it trails to the back of the head. Now, up here at the top is going to be that point where I'm going to draw my line straight across. And if I need to clean up any work from point A to point B, I want to do so. Now, this is going to be somewhat different because I comb the hair away from me. Now I want to comb the hair what? Everybody say straight up.
Straight up.
So therefore, I want to comb that hair straight up, 90 degrees, straight out from where it lives. You want to make sure you comb that hair. Combing that hair straight out from where it lives, taking your roller, lining it up. Now what do you see in this hair? The hair has the ability to stretch. Somebody tell me what that word is.
Elasticity.
Elasticity, everybody?
Elasticity.
Elasticity. It has the ability to stretch. We're working with extremely curly hair. That's what you got to keep in mind. Not straight hair, but extremely curly hair. That hair has the ability to stretch. And it's going to stretch 20% of what it is. So when we're looking at it, pulling it straight out from the head, 90 degrees with tension, making sure that I got maximum control. Now, that was an issue out on the clinic floor when we were demonstrating the procedures and the steps. So what happens is I find that maximum results give minimum effort with maximum results. Now, we don't want to sweat hard with our clients. We want to work smart. So therefore, when you have principles, and those principles are there to help to guide you through anything that you're doing. Taking your thumb, everybody take your thumb like this, make your hand in the L shape. Take your thumb, you're going to insert through the hole of the roller, and for these other 4 fingers, they're going to embrace the back of the roller. So now guess what I'm doing? I have control holding in the scissor hole the ends of that hair that's giving me all the control that I need. I can let that hair go and see that that hair is not falling off the roller. Why? Because I'm supporting what? The roller. So therefore, I'm going to hold the ends, mid-shaft to the ends of that hair, and take it and smooth it straight up. Is the hair falling off?
No.
No. So once I get to the ends, I'm able to smooth that hair around for the first turn of that roller. Now I'm going to reverse my hand and continue to actually support that roller by placing my thumbs inside of that roller to secure it, to get that hair and roll it down. Now, after doing so, it's going to give me a half. Can you all see my parting of that roller? Can you see the part where I made it at? This roller is sitting somewhat what? On that part versus from the on base that create full volume that you all did. Because I did what? Change what? What did I change? Direction of the hair in the position on which it was held or where I combed it to. So that's the only thing that changed will result to a different type of curl. What type of volume is it going to create? Medium. Everybody say medium.
Medium.
Medium volume. I don't want real full volume. She's tall. She said, girl, one thing you're not going to give me is a head full of volume because I don't want to be alert or, you know, very taller and a giant, you know. So therefore, you want to make sure that you are doing thorough consultations and understanding what your client needs so you can assess them in the right way. So I'm going to line it up with the base, that double chrome clip, line it up with the base, insert it in so it can sit half on and half off. Now, when it's sitting half on and half off, I want you all to keep in mind this first arch of that curl. You see that dotted line? That roller is sitting half on the base and half off that base, which giving me a half stem. So if you see a little of that hair protruding off, then you got to keep in mind, oh, this here is gonna, it's not gonna be as tight as a on base with a no stem. It's gonna have a medium volume and it's gonna have a half stem. So it's gonna sit half on and half off. Does that make sense? Now I'm finna clear up a whole lot of the, why isn't it not turning out the way that I wanted to? These are the steps that we've been missing. So I want you to keep that in mind as you all go in and develop those rollers half on base on the left side of the head. Are y'all ready for this?
Is there another part on this side?
Yes, I can. You want me to do another one? Okay. All right. I need water. You're gonna add a little bit more product because I need some water. So you all see that when you putting product like this on and the hair start drying out, and if I'm steady putting product on it, it's gonna get thick and concentrated. It's like, oh my God. Now when the rollers come out, it's gonna look all stiff and that curl just like, why didn't this curl act right? Because all you needed to do was get your water bottle and just spray it so it'll dilute and reactivate itself. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna take this roller, and you can also work with different rollers. Now, I'm gonna do something similar to a, no I'm not. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna part off my section. When you all start getting to the widest area of the head, it may be more than 2 inches. I know we agree to that. So I'm just gonna go in and I'll demonstrate what we'll be doing with that. I'm gonna take and make my parting at the scalp. And after making my parting at the scalp, I still wanna do my length and create 2 inches, working from the outside, and then we're gonna work in so we can make our parting here in the inside of the head. So now I'm dividing off a little piece of hair because we're in the widest area of the head, and I'm gonna comb this hair where?
Straight out.
Everybody say straight out.
Straight out.
And what's straight out from the head?
90 degrees.
Everybody?
90 degrees.
90 degree. Everybody say 90 degrees.
90 degrees.
Okay, so 90 degree when we're talking straight out from that head. And after we do straight out from that head, we're gonna go in and smooth that hair on up. smooth it straight out from where it lives. And this is also helping you with what? When you're doing what? What else when we pull straight out from the head? Hair cutting. So everything holding the hair, scissor hold, 2 inches, maximum control, not passing the knuckles, helping you with hair cutting. I want hair design, principal hair designs, anything that you're doing when it pertains to hair. All of it plays a tremendous role. You don't have to do anything different. All of it, what you use for hair cutting, you can use for hairstyling as well. So I'm just going to take and roll that roller on down where it'll be half on its base and half off its base. I'm going to insert my pin at the base. I like to go in when you work with mannequins to actually kind of like get it to scratch the scalp a little bit so it can help you to get more consistent in your control. Now what I don't want you to worry about is this piece of hair off on the side, because I'm going to have to part off and we're going to stand rollers up on a vertical. Everybody say vertical. That means like a candlestick. Those rollers are going to go up and down, vertical. So I want you to keep that in mind until you get closer to the nape. Then you can start pulling that hair back together again. Not that you would need to utilize it. So I'm just going to take it and twist it out the way and allow it to stay flat. And then I'm going to continue with my rollers in this area and I will fill in the center part. Are you with me? Say yes. Yes. Okay. Everybody together? So what we're going to do is a what base? What are we doing? Half off base, exactly. We're going to half off, which is called what? Medium volume. Medium volume. I love the expression in your voice, which is also going to be dynamic. So when we're looking at testing, because all of your tests is going to be demonstration. Demonstration when we're talking about an on base. An on base produce what type of volume, you all? Full volume. So don't go and mark what? Half or no volume. You're going to say full volume. Half on base will be considered what? Medium volume. Okay? Do you all have that? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the left side of the head. After we do the left side, then we're going to off base on the right side so you will know all 3. And you can use these in combinations, patterns, and so forth. Are you with me? Okay, let's get ready. I know y'all getting a little tired. All right, so give me some good jujus, good jujus. We're going to be like Nike. I know what Nike say. 1, 2, 3. Just do it. Okay, good deal.